Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video. What is going on, my tea sippers? Y'all get in here and get this tea. I hope it ain't too hot for you. Now, guys, if you don't remember Eddie Long, he was a pastor at the New Birth Mission Baptist Church in Georgia, and that was a mega church. He served from 1987 until his death in 2017. And so up until today, it's been a very long time since those four young men went public with those accusations that their mentor, Bishop Eddie Long, used his position with having wealth and fame to coerce them into sexual relationships. However, guys, I am not here to talk about that. I'm here to give you guys information that you probably wasn't even aware of, okay? And once again, from a trusted source. Let's continue. Now, it was announced back in 2017 that Bishop Eddie Long, the pastor of that Georgia megachurch, had died from a very form of an aggressive form of cancer. According to the church, he was only 63 years old. Because see, guys, if you don't remember, there was a video that surfaced that Long made, and this was a public appearance that he made just 2 weeks before he really gotten sick. He lost a lot of weight, okay? And he prompted more than a few comments on social media about his thinness, okay, and his appearance, okay? And his health was fading really fast, it seemed, because he had muscles, and then 2 weeks later, he was just a frail stick, and he was telling everybody he was on a diet, and he was going vegan, and he was not eating any more meat. But they're saying that he had a very aggressive form of cancer, okay? So you guys can make your opinion on that. However, we were not there. But anyway, I have information. And this is possibly what was going on behind the scenes before all of this even took place. And guys, we're going to put a disclaimer on this video. Everything in this video is public information and it is all alleged. Okay, let's continue. So there is a friend and a former classmate of Mrs. Craig's wife, Mrs. Sonia. Those two kept in touch throughout the years and formulated a very close relationship. And this person says that Sonia often confided in her and wouldn't share information she shared with her with anyone else. Well, according to the source, she started seeing red flags early in her marriage. So this source says that Sonia didn't even have a problem with her husband being or communicating or being around gay men on a regular basis because he was in the music industry and it is full of homosexuals. Okay, so he couldn't run away from that, but however, that was the field he was working in. The source. The problems began when Byron started spending a lot of leisure time with Bishop Eddie Long and less time with her. According to the source, Sonia's worst fears were heightened when Bishop Eddie Long started visiting their home under the guise of business meetings. But Sonia heard very little talking and lots of groans consistent with sexual intercourse. The source states that Sonia knew that they were having sex because when their so-called business meetings was over, the room smelled like booty holes. This is not to be funny, guys. This is actually what's in writing. However, this is very disrespectful and very disgusting for a husband to do this in a home that he shares with his wife. Be careful in the church, guys, because it's more gangster in the church than it is on the streets. See, this source stated that Bishop Long knew that Sonia was very passive and took advantage of this and used this to his advantage. This source stated that Sonia once called her crying because Bishop Eddie Long came over at 2:30 in the morning to meet with her husband. She said she could hear them having sex shortly after the door closed, said this source, and not Sweetie TV. So the source said Sonia said it got to the point where Bishop Eddie Long started rolling his eyes at her when he came over to their house, like he knew he had more influence over her husband than she did. Y'all, this tea is hot, honey. So she left him. She's now happily married with a very prominent Atlanta attorney by the name of Kirk A. Wilder, honey. He treats her like a queen and is a wonderful father to their beautiful children. He even gave her beautiful children, okay? Because it doesn't seem like Byron even gave her any children, okay? But she was married to him, but baby, she has her a very good man. He's a high-power attorney, like I told y'all. And she's comforting and knowing and being married to a man that wants to be with a woman instead of doubling and double dipping out here and, you know, doing this down low stuff. And she said she was happy. She trusts her husband. They love their children. They're very happy, successful. And this is really, really awesome to hear. Now, if you guys can remember, the church announced back in 2017 when Bishop Eddie Long passed away, the church said he died from an aggressive form of cancer. Well, the source says that the staff was instructed, okay, at the church to say that it was cancer, okay? So it seems like these church members did whatever they were told to do that they knew were wrong. The church members, and I remember this, guys, when it came out, they were defending him and protecting him and said, no, not our pastor. He could not have done these things. He's a man of God, blah, blah, blah. They defended him and put it out that he had cancer after the fact. So why did Jay say he have cancer after the fact? They defended him knowing he was having homosexual relationships within the church. Okay? So they were told to say that it was cancer. Okay? And in my opinion, guys, I really don't believe that Byron's wife made this up. What type of wife just sits back and makes these things up? Okay, so she knew the whole time, and she could only confide in her good personal friend, and she couldn't tell her sister, she couldn't tell her brother or her mother because they would probably shame her, or go and do something to him. So, she had to find that person other than Jesus that she could reach out to and talk to about this. She had to let this be known. She was scared. And once again, guys, this is all alleged, but check this out. So guys, allegedly it was announced that Byron Cage himself has HIV, and they're saying that he contracted this HIV from Eddie Long. And guys, I don't attend church and don't plan on attending church because it seems like in these churches everything is going down but the word of God. And let's keep this in mind, guys. Byron Cage's wife Sonia divorced him. He never divorced her. And in my opinion, that speaks for itself. Guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.